Hello guys, this is Miguel Olvera today with day 51 of the 90-day challenge for the law of attraction, and today we're going to talk about psycho-cybernetics, but I'm going to do some illustrations in regards of how psycho-cybernetics work. Yesterday I gave a brief explanation of what that is, but today I want to make sure that I actually get into it a little deeper, and I'm going to be able to use some illustrations in terms of how it works. So with all due respect, let's get started. Welcome back guys, this is Miguel Olvera and today is day 51 of the 90-day challenge for the law of attraction, and today we're going to talk about psycho-cybernetics. I'm going to be using some illustration on the board behind for me to be able to illustrate and try to explain to you how exactly cybernetics work. It was a book written by Maxwell Maltz, Psycho being and talking about the mind, cybernetics. It's the science of control and communication in the animal and some machines. So something that I missed yesterday, and I apologize guys, I wanted to read you another piece. I know I read something, but I wanted to read another piece that's out of the book. If you guys can have a chance, go ahead and get the book and read it. It's not that big. It's probably really, maybe 100, 120 pages, not that big. You guys can read it maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks tops, and you will be able to grasp the information that it has. But right now I want to give you a synopsis of what that book is all about, so you guys have an idea what you guys getting into, exactly what we are getting into right now. So it says, it is based on the fact that both biological organisms and some machines have sensors, and that sensors measure deviation from a set goal. Okay, again, it is based on the fact that both biological organisms and some machines have sensors. Those sensors measure deviation from a set goal. The sensors signal a feedback to a coordinating mechanism, in this instance will be your nervous system, which corrects the output or behavior in those organisms or machines. Okay? So it actually does is just creating something that measures using sensors. If you have a certain objective that you want to reach, it has sensors that measure the distance, or not the distance, but the goal. If you deviate from that goal, if you get out of that line, so to speak, the system measures that change or that deviation, and it corrects the output so you can come back and go and get your objective. So right now we're going to use the illustrations back here to illustrate exactly what that paragraph is all about, in reality, what psycho-cybernetics is. Sorry, I keep on forgetting to get my marker. So again, it is based on the fact that both biological organisms and some machines have sensors that measure deviation from a set goal. These sensors signal a feedback into a coordinating mechanism for you, for us, our nervous systems, which correct the output or behavior in the same organisms or machines. So right now, let's get started. Again, I'm not an illustrator. I really don't know how to draw that much, but I want to use these illustrations to help you understand what I just read. Let's imagine, okay, that this is a thermostat, and you are in your house, okay? You set the thermostat at 77 degrees, okay? It's kind of hot outside. Let's say it's summer. I am in Texas, so it gets really hot over here. So for whatever reason, somebody, gets in the house but forgets to close the door. So since the thermostat is at 77 degrees, it's trying to keep the house kind of cool, and somebody left the door open, therefore the temperature is going to rise to being that it's outside 100 degrees, being that it's outside 100 degrees, the temperature is going to change. It's not going to change to 100 degrees, but it's going to change. So let's say it's going to change to 80 degrees. Okay? So what that says in the paragraph says that that mechanism is going to sense that change or that deviation. So it's going to turn on the air conditioning unit, it's going to turn on the fan, and it's going to try to bring back the temperature back to 77 degrees after someone, let the door open. All right? So that's one mechanism that uses cybernetics. The second one that I want to use or illustrate or help you understand with, imagine that this is an airplane. I'm sorry again, I'm not an illustrator, but let's just figure this is an airplane that is taking off from DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, the airport nearby here, and is going to go to Los Angeles or LAX. That's how the airport initials are, LAX. So once the airplane takes off and it gets off the vicinity of this airport right here, it turns on the automatic pilot. The automatic pilot is just a cybernetic mechanism. What that is just turn on the automatic pilot to take this airplane to Los Angeles using coordinating and satellites and stuff. So let's say that this airplane, it's cruising already at a high altitude, whatever they cruise at. I don't know how many thousand feet in the air, but let's say it's already cruising at that elevation and it's already heading towards LA. The pilot can just get out of the cockpit and just go sit in the back with the rest of the passengers. Once he sets up the automatic mechanism, the autopilot, the airplane is actually flying itself. But let's say that he hits turbulence, okay? The airplane hits some kind of turbulence and it just knocks it off course. I don't know. It could be flying south, east, whatever degrees. But the turbulence just takes them off. Guess what? The plane is going to change course because it got knocked off course. It's going to change the speed of the engine. It's going to change the wings. And it's going to bring that airplane back into course to get to LAX. If it doesn't, it might end up somewhere, in Mexico somewhere, okay? So that's why it's very important that, that we understand how cybernetic works. It's just the actual using sensors and that sensor sends the information to a coordinated mechanism to make the changes necessary to get to your objective. Let's say right here that this is a person, okay? I'm sorry, I don't know how to draw, but anyways, let's use this as a person, and this person is a salesman, okay, or a saleswoman. And the objective is to reach $1 million in sales by the end of the year, okay? So this person has 12 months to do that. So for the first 2 or 3 months, she starts selling, but then all of a sudden he hits a really good string and sells about $350,000 in 1 month. Well, that coordinated mechanism triggers something in his nervous system, and that person stops selling because he already knows that he or she is ahead of the game. That he or she is almost getting to that goal. So they stop selling and they just cruise to get to a point they don't sell anything for a month. So guess what? What happens? Well, this person, the coordinated mechanism triggers, and then all of a sudden this person gets motivated and gets excited again and starts selling. But at the end of the year, no matter what, they're going to reach the $1 million mark. Okay, now let's talk about a student. Okay, let's talk about this person being a student. This student has a C average. Okay, every year the report card shows C average. So for a little bit, this person, starts taking a quiz and get an A on the quiz. Well, they get all excited. They stop studying because they already got an A. They think it's easy. They stop studying. Guess what? They go back down, but they get to a point, they get too much down, they get an F on the following quiz. Guess what? No more boyfriend, no more girlfriend, no more TV, no more bicycle. Everything is gone. They had to come back and bring that mark up again to get that C average. This is exactly how cybernetics work. Is the control and coordinating control of a certain organism to get to a certain objective. Okay, so it is based on the fact that both biological organisms, this or the machine, okay, has some sensors. They all have sensors. This one's got a sensor, this one's got a sensor, and this one's got a sensor, which is our nervous system. It communicates back to its source to change whatever needs to be corrected to bring it back to its objective. So, unfortunately, guys, we need to learn how to set goals. We haven't taught, again, how to set proper goals. We are all, including myself, just setting a certain thing or trying to achieve certain things, but our cybernetic mechanism is making it so difficult for us to reach that goal, and we don't know what the hell is going on or why it's happening. Hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of how the cybernetic works, okay? The cybernetic on all these problems are caused in the subconscious mind and the old programming, okay? So the old programming is dictating how you live. So no matter how hard you want to work, if you want to earn $2 million or you want to make $2 million in sales, your old paradigm or your old programming that you have is not going to let you reach the $2 million in sales because your system is accustomed to only sell 1 million. So if you are a C average and you want to reach an A average, well, your self-image doesn't see you as a C average, as an A average. It sees you as a C average. That's why it's very important that we actually learn or understand how the old programming is controlling us for us to be able to get to another objective or set something else differently. Tomorrow we're going to talk more about this and be more in depth. Probably today I went a little too fast, and I know I already spent about 12 minutes trying to explain this, and this is something that needs a little bit more time. I know that I probably went 100 miles an hour here, but I'm respectful of your time. So tomorrow we're going to talk about more on this, and we're definitely going to dig a little deeper so we all know exactly how to understand this. And once we know how this works, how to reverse engineer and make sure that we reach whatever objective that we want to obtain. Thank you guys. Today was day 51. We tried to illustrate how cybernetics work with my crazy illustrations back here. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any friends or relatives that you know will benefit from this, bring them on. Tell them about what we're doing. Subscribe to the channel. Share the channel. Share this video. Like. Turn on your post notifications down there or down here so you know when I'm going to post the next video. It's very, very important you watch it. It will be day 52. Thank you very much, guys, for your time today. I went a little longer than usual, but again, I wanted to explain this because this is it. This is the meat and potatoes. This is the law of vibration. I want you guys to actually comprehend it and get it, so you guys will have no confusion at the end when we get to day 90. Thank you very much, guys, for your time today. This is Miguel Olvera. See you guys tomorrow.